violations, the oversight, the ability to complain about the very lack of service, which is heard about. And the complaint was, or the issue is, well, we have $1 million worth of insurance. Insurance is not the same as insurance coverage. It's a very complex issue. So we developed this chart, which is color-coded. It compares the taxi industry, the limo sedan industry. It compares Uber, it compares Lyft, it compares their drivers. And you see a lot of red down here. These are gap areas. They are not covered during that time period because of for hire, and because of lapses in coverage and gaps that are the subject of 18 states' warnings. It is complex. It can't be discussed in 1 minute or 10 minutes. It is in the source materials, which are all publicly available behind the notebook that I have, but we reduced it to a single page. And so we're going to try to circulate these pages.
Thank you. Do not miss it.
Councilmember Kulas.
So what you're saying is that the insurance will not cover the occupant of the vehicle in one of these Uber or Lyft vehicles?
That is exactly correct, Councilman Kubash. There are times when there is coverage, and when the passenger, it depends on Uber and Lyft, they're slightly different, but generally speaking, even with their contingent excess policy, which has a lot of contingency before it even covers, nonetheless, it is not while the past public vehicle is looking for a trip. It is not after they drop the trip off and looking for the next trip. Those are the dangerous times when people are driving around a for-hire vehicle. The for-hire vehicle by the Texas Department of Insurance is not covered.
Well, let me tell you what I'd like to have. I'd like to have a letter from the insurance company that's insuring them, telling us if they do or don't cover them during that period of time, because that's a big question. Because insurance companies, people come up here and tell us one thing, and then an insurance company makes an admission.
Need a motion to extend? Favor or opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Councilmember Boykins.
Sir, excuse me, sir, are you saying that, my understanding with, let me see how this broken down. My understanding with this alternative transportation, that they have a $1 million policy, plus each individual vehicle is required to have insurance in order to participate in their service. Are you saying that's not correct?
Well, it's like saying there's $1 million with insurance for a snow avalanche in Houston, Texas. Yes, there may be $1 million policy, but there's no coverage. It is not actual. It is not going to cover an accident with certain exceptions. It is not going to cover an accident while the driver is looking for the trip. It is not going to cover the accident.
But that's when the individual's vehicle will cover, right?
The individual vehicle will not, because he is acting for hire.
No. Let me be clear. No, you confuse me now. Because, let's be clear, real clear. I'm a Lyft driver, I'm an Uber driver, and most of the
Favor or opposed, motion
and I'm
carries.
driving to come pick you up right now. Before I get to you, I have insurance on my car. And then once you hop in my car, you double covered, $1 million plus my insurance. Is that not correct?
You may have insurance, but you have an exclusion if you're operating your vehicle for hire. While you are looking for the next trip, you are operating your vehicle for
Okay,
hire.
hold on.
Maybe
I'm not talking about the next trip. I'm talking about you in my car right now.
Oh, okay.
Are we covered?
Once I am in your car and being transported by Uber, there is an excess policy that kicks in under only one of two circumstances. One is that the driver complied with the express conditions of the contract to have coverage and to have all the licenses that were required in order to operate his vehicle. That's a requirement of Uber's contract. Then on top of that, either James River has to agree or a final judgment has to be determined.
Okay,
by
my
the
time, excuse me, my time, there you go. Motion extend? Okay,
Favor or opposed,
okay.
motion carries.
You know, I only picked up a third grade education, so I'm confused with all those big words. I just want to be real clear. If I pick you up, prior to me picking you up, I have insurance, all state farm in my car. When you get in my car, I'm an Uber or Lyft or whatever driver. When you get in my car, you're covered by my policy, as well as $1 million umbrella policy, yes or no?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's not what I was told, but okay, thank you.
You have a chart, and I agree with Councilman Kubash. The chart's there. Let the insurance company say this is wrong. Let them write something.
Okay, so we got another question. Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you for your testimony. I'm here, right here,
Okay.
right here. Thank you. So essentially what you're saying is if I'm an Uber driver and somebody calls me or something comes up on my phone that says I have to pick up at the Hilton Americas, you're saying at that point, your insurance coverage stops because you now become a vehicle for hire, motion to extend.
Favoring and opposed, motion carries.
Are you saying that as soon I become from personal vehicle, which I have coverage, you know, if anything liability at the very least, to then I become a for hire driver, if you will, and you're saying there's no, then this chart comes into play. Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that there is no coverage once you pull your vehicle out of the garage and you secure or you solicit for hire business. You are using your vehicle for hire. You do not necessarily have to have a passenger in your car in order to have for hire.
But what if I don't have a someone who's requesting my services? Say for Lyft, like Lyft, they only come into play when somebody calls them. Otherwise, they're using for personal use. I guess I'm trying to discern personal use for business for hire. When does that happen?
If your vehicle remained in your garage and you did not drive your vehicle until such time as you got that call, then perhaps you would not be having a for-hire use of your vehicle. But if you pull your car out of your garage and you're driving around Houston.
And the only way you can find out is if somebody hits you up to say, come pick me up,
And
correct?
then you're gonna have to sue, and then you're gonna have to charge security.
Sir, one moment, I need a motion to extend. Favoring, opposed, motion carries.
Okay, and so, but the only way that you know somebody is using it for hire is because that they hit you up on the app. You know, my understanding from Lyft and Uber, they don't pick up people, they don't ride around like a taxi and pick up individuals. The only time is if they're contacted by someone to get them.
That is absolutely incorrect in
Okay.
terms of how it actually works. These are existing drivers who are already professional drivers. There's other people. They are circling the hot spots. There are photographs. There is substantial evidence that they are operating on a regular basis, a for-hire business, and there is no coverage during that time period under the personal insurance policy. It is these gap periods before and after that passenger leaves the vehicle, and the personal vehicle coverage is non-existent during that time period, and it's only an excess policy, and you have to have a final judgment adjudicating that the personal insurance policy is no good before their excess policy will even kick in. It's in the book,
Unless they agree to it.
unless they happen to agree.
Right.
And during
Without
this,
having an adult litigation.
Need a motion to extend?
Thank you.
thank you.
Does anyone want to